The sun beat down on the dusty streets of Lagos as Samuel Okonkwo straightened his tie in the hotel mirror. His phone buzzed constantly, emails, messages, notifications, all good news. The Chinese investors were ready to sign. 3 years of work, and finally, the deal that would change everything. Mr. Okonkwo, the car is waiting, his assistant called from the hallway. Samuel grabbed his briefcase. Inside was the contract that would make him one of the richest men in West Africa. His construction company would build 5 shopping malls across Nigeria. The commission alone was 40 million naira. He dialed home. His wife Kioma answered on the first ring. Samuel, thank God. Adanna is getting worse. The fever won't break. Did you give her the medicine? Yes, but she's asking for you. When are you coming back? Samuel glanced at his watch. Tomorrow evening, I promise. This meeting is crucial. She needs you now, Samuel. She's only 6 years old. Kioma, please. We've talked about this. This deal means Adanna can go to any school she wants. We can afford the best hospitals, the best everything. One more day. Silence on the other end, then a tired sigh. Okay, but call her tonight. I will. I love you. He hung up and rushed downstairs. The conference room was cold with air conditioning. 10 Chinese businessmen sat on one side of the long table. Samuel sat opposite them with his legal team. Mr. Chen, the lead investor, smiled. Mr. Okonkwo, we are impressed with your work. Lagos is growing fast. We believe this partnership will be very profitable. Samuel nodded, his mind sharp and focused. Nigeria needs modern infrastructure. Together, we'll transform the retail landscape. Hours passed. They discussed timelines, profit margins, construction schedules. Samuel's phone vibrated in his pocket repeatedly, but he ignored it. Not now. Nothing could distract him now. Finally, at 6 p.m., Mr. Chen stood up. We will sign tomorrow morning. Tonight, we celebrate. Samuel forced a smile. Of course. I've arranged dinner at the best restaurant in Victoria Island. As they left the conference room, Samuel checked his phone. 12 missed calls, all from Kioma. His stomach tightened. He called back. Samuel, Kioma's voice was shaking. We're at the hospital. Adanna collapsed. The doctors say it's cerebral malaria. It's bad, Samuel, very bad. You need to come home now. The world seemed to tilt. I'm coming. I'm getting the next flight. There are no flights tonight. I already checked. You have to wait until morning. Samuel leaned against the wall, his legs suddenly weak. Put the phone to her ear. Let me talk to her. He heard rustling, then Kioma's voice, gentle. Adanna, baby, Daddy is on the phone. A small, weak voice. Daddy. Yes, my princess, I'm here. When are you coming home? I miss you. Very soon, baby. Very soon. You have to be strong for me, okay? Listen to the doctors. Okay, Daddy, I'm tired. I know, sweetheart. Rest now. I'll be there when you wake up. I love you, Daddy. I love you too, Adanna, so much. The line went quiet as Kioma took the phone back. Samuel, please, do whatever you can to get here. I will, I promise. He hung up and immediately called his assistant. Find me a private jet. I don't care what it costs. Sir, at this hour, that will be very expensive and... I said I don't care. Do it now. But there were no private jets available. The earliest he could leave was the 6 a.m. commercial flight. Samuel stood in the hotel lobby, paralyzed. Mr. Chen approached him, cheerful. Mr. Okonkwo, ready for dinner. We have reservations at 8. Samuel looked at him, then at his phone, then back at Mr. Chen. His daughter was in the hospital. His deal was here, waiting. Of course, he heard himself say. Let's go. The dinner was torture. Samuel smiled, made toasts, discussed future projects. But his mind was in Lagos, in a hospital room where his little girl fought for her life. Every few minutes, he checked his phone under the table. Updates from Kioma. She's stable, still unconscious. Doctors are doing everything they can. Mr. Chen raised his glass. To partnership, to success. Samuel raised his glass, the champagne bitter in his mouth. At midnight, he finally escaped to his hotel room. He called Kioma. "How is she?" "The same. They say the next few hours are critical." Kioma's voice was hollow. "Where were you? I've been trying to reach you." "I had to entertain the investors. I'm sorry. I'm catching the first flight out." "You had to entertain them. Samuel, your daughter might be dying." "Don't say that. She'll be fine. She's strong." "You don't know that. You're not here." Samuel closed his eyes. "I'll be there in the morning. Just hold on." He couldn't sleep. He paced the room, prayed, checked his phone every 5 minutes. At 3 a.m., he gave up and went to the airport, waiting in the empty terminal for the check-in desk to open. At 5:30 a.m., his phone rang. It was Kioma. He knew from the sound of her crying, before she spoke a single word. "She's gone, Samuel. Our baby is gone." The phone slipped from his hand, clattering on the terminal floor. The funeral was held a week later in their hometown, a village outside Enugu. Hundreds of people came. Family, friends, business associates. They all spoke of tragedy, of God's will of peace. Samuel stood by the small coffin, unable to cry, unable to feel anything. Mr. Chen had sent a large wreath and a sympathy card. The contract had been signed. Samuel was now worth over 200 million naira. His mother approached him, her face aged by grief. "My son, I told you many times. Money is good, but family is everything." Samuel said nothing. After everyone left, he sat alone in the village compound under the mango tree where Adanna used to play. He remembered how she would run to him when he came home, her little arms reaching up. "Daddy, carry me." He thought of all the times he'd said, "Not now, princess. Daddy is busy." He thought of the business trips, the late nights at the office, the weekends spent on conference calls. Always building, always chasing the next deal. And for what? Kioma found him there at sunset. She sat beside him, silent. Finally, Samuel spoke. "I killed her." "Don't say that." "It's true. If I had been there, if I had taken her to the hospital sooner, if I had." "The doctors said even if you were there, they couldn't promise anything. Cerebral malaria can be very fast." "But I wasn't there. That's what matters. I wasn't there when she needed me. I wasn't there when she called for me. I was at a dinner drinking champagne, talking about profit margins." His voice broke. "What kind of father does that?" Kioma took his hand. "The kind who thought he was building a future for his family. You made a mistake, Samuel. A terrible mistake, but you didn't kill her." "Then why does it feel like I did?" They sat in silence as darkness fell. 3 months later. Samuel sat in his office, staring at the bank statements. The shopping mall project was ahead of schedule. His company was expanding. More contracts were coming in. He felt nothing. His assistant knocked on the door. "Sir, Mr. Chen is on the line from Beijing. He wants to discuss the new hotel project." Samuel looked at the phone. Another deal, another fortune. He thought of Adanna's empty bedroom at home, the toys nobody played with, the school uniform that would never be worn again. "Sir," his assistant prompted. Samuel stood up and walked to the window. Below, Lagos sprawled out in all directions, millions of people, all chasing something. He picked up the phone. "Mr. Chen, thank you for calling. I'm afraid I need to decline the hotel project." Silence on the other end. "I'm sorry, you are declining." "Yes, I'm restructuring my business. I'll be stepping back from major projects for the foreseeable future." After the call ended, his assistant stared at him in shock. "Sir, that was a 50 million naira contract." "I know. But why?" Samuel turned to face her. "Do you have children?" "Yes, sir, 2 daughters." "When was the last time you had dinner with them?" She blinked. This week has been busy, so." "Go home, right now, have dinner with them tonight." "But sir, we have the meeting with." "The meeting can wait. Your daughters cannot go." After she left, Samuel made another call, this time to Kioma. "Hello," she sounded tired. "I'm coming home early today. Let's visit Adanna's grave together." A pause, then softly. Okay. Kioma, I want to start something. A foundation for children's health care. Better malaria screening in rural areas. Free treatment. I want Adanna's death to mean something. He heard her breath catch. Samuel. I can't bring her back. God knows I would give everything to bring her back. But maybe I can save other children. Other fathers won't have to stand at their child's grave wondering if money was worth it. That's beautiful. I'm sorry I wasn't there. I'm sorry I chose wrong. I can't undo it, but I can try to be better, to do better. Come home, Samuel. We'll figure it out together. Samuel locked his office and walked out. On his way down, he passed a young executive shouting into his phone about a delayed flight, about missed opportunities. Samuel stopped him. Is it really that important? The man looked annoyed. Of course, this deal is worth millions. And your family? What? Your family. Are they worth millions too? The man stared at him like he was crazy. Samuel smiled sadly and continued walking. Some lessons, he knew, could only be learned through loss. But maybe, just maybe, his story could help someone else learn it differently.